According to Elias, Damian Lillard is just the third player in the last 50 postseasons to score 50 in a series closeout win, and you see the other two, Charles Barkley and Michael Jordan. You have to go back 25 years to the last time it happened at all. And so let's bring it out. I'm not even talking to Jalen. I'm just coming over here, okay? I have been telling Jalen since this show began last April.
Put it on record.
Damian Lillard is the most underappreciated great player in American sports. He shouldn't have needed this performance and that shot to sort of break out the way he did, but how would you put into words what he did last night?
I am 100%, 1,000%, 1,000,000% in agreement with you. Damian Lillard somehow is still an underdog, and it's unbelievable because last year, he was first team All-NBA. How do we keep second-guessing this man? He's leading the postseason in scoring at 33 points per game. Before this game, you think about it, he was still leading the postseason in scoring, tied with Kevin Durant. How do we still see this guy as an underdog? He is a primetime performer. And the reason why we see him as an underdog is because he went to Weber State. He went to a small market team in Portland. And even when it comes to backcourts, they get overshadowed by Golden State with Clay and Steph. But this is his time. This is his moment. And if you think about Damian Lillard as a person, loyalty is finally getting rewarded. And he put on Instagram, and this should have been a message to everybody. Right before you level up, things get harder. Well, things got harder for them last year in the postseason when they got swept. How do you respond? You stay loyal, you put your head to the ground, you keep grinding, and this man has been absolutely unbelievable this entire postseason. I think he's playing the best basketball out of anyone in the NBA right now.
I got to break it to you, terrific analysts. Dame Lillard is not underrated. What happened is he just hasn't been first. They're not the best backcourt in the game. That's Golden State. They're not second. That's Houston. They're third. He has been all NBA. I voted for him the past few seasons, but he hasn't won MVP. So a guy like Russell Westbrook, when he goes and has a triple-double for 3 straight years, and he takes home the big trophy that says he's the best player in the game, that puts you on a different stratosphere. So now for Dame, where's your proving ground happen? The last 2 playoffs, they got swept.
Yeah.
I remember being on this show defending Dame's honor this time last year when people were saying that Drew Holiday was better than him. How about that? So all of you fair weather fans out there and multimedia members, I blame y'all. Because Dame got a big-time contract with Adidas. He's in multiple commercials. It doesn't matter that he plays in Portland. He is recognized. But now, when you advance past the first round, people can give you your validation.
Here's what I will say. I love Russell Westbrook. We're going to talk about the Thunder in a second. But when you ask people to name the best players, just off the top of their head, name the best players in the NBA.
You miss his name.
Every one of them is going to say Russell Westbrook, and none of them are going to say Damian Lillard. Maybe not none, but only the really, really knowledgeable ones will say his name. And I do believe that comes to some degree from the fact that he plays in Portland and they haven't had any postseason success. But he should be in any conversation of the best players in the sport, no matter how short the list is.
He is in the conversation.
Amongst us purists, our basketball heads, but people are surprised that Damian Lillard is going off for 50 and closing down a series. It shouldn't be like that.
There's only been one difference between Russell and Dame. Russell won MVP of the entire league.
Right.
That's the only difference.
All right.
They've both been all NBA.
For the record, we sum up this conversation by saying Shanae and I are right. And you're wrong. I don't even care if we all agree.